Hello and welcome to Spillin the Tea on Pisces for the week of 17th of March to the 23rd. So this is going to be readings for the collective Pisces. I almost said Taurus. So maybe there's some Taurus involved already and messages are coming through, but I want to say Taurus as well. So you might have some Taurus placement. And then we'll certainly look more into the cards here as we keep going. But I gotta put the cards down. Messages are coming through already. It's almost a little scattered. I need to get through my spiel first. So this is for Pisces. So you may be watching for a Pisces if you have children, spouses, neighbors, co-workers, what have you, under that sign. And you may be Pisces yourself looking to see some guidance and kind of some behind the scenes of your sign here for the coming weeks. This will be for March 17th to the 23rd. As always, these are for entertainment purposes only at this time. These are general messages. So not everything will pertain to your specific situation. If you would like a session that is more directed to yourself, the only way to do so is through my website, DEANNAButcher.com. So please beware of online folks that are impersonating me, working under me and my brand. That are asking for donations or asking you to get readings. I will never reach out to you, okay? You can't even book sessions with me through commenting below, none of that. So the only way is to go through my website, okay? All right, and that keeps everybody safe. All my lovelies are safe. Okay, so we're going to spill the tea. We're going to look at our tea leaf reading cards here for this next week for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and rising. Okay. So it says here, right out the gate, because I kind of want to just deal with this energy and then move forward through it because I don't, and then this one too. Right out the gate, we had a fly, which is a period of ill health or depression. You might be dealing with someone that has this going on in their life right now, because I don't feel like this is Pisces. So maybe Pisces is caretaking, or dealing with an issue in their life that is surrounded by someone's mental health. So that feels a little prevalent. And even as I'm kind of like leaning into that now and kind of accessing that energy, it does feel like Pisces might be dealing with someone that has addictions, or kind of exploring, more in depth of who that person is for them, just kind of associating and figuring out, what do I do with this person? We have the quill, the forest, and the grapes. So in a bigger scheme of Pisces and what's going on in their life, they could be dealing with some uncertainty here with their thinking as far as, what do I do next? How do I move on? Because some things are about going back to the basics for some Pisces, as far as go back to what you know, simplify, like don't over stimulate yourself right now. And so this could be a period of rest for Pisces in the coming week, going back to the basics as maybe the way you've been doing things, or Pisces has been doing things, doesn't need to be as hard as it is. And sometimes we kind of get to that point, especially if there's a lot going on in their life or the life of someone that they're caretaking for. It just could have been just a lot, because I just feel more mental in that state. So allow yourself to pull back and rest a little bit. Don't reinvent the wheel. Just do what you've always been doing. If you're being called to or required to start a new project or something like that, you might want to just maintain the planning phase here for the coming week. Maybe trying not to implement too much is what I'm hearing. And if you are implementing things, just keep it simple, keep it basic, keep it as the basic understanding, because you might be trying to do too much at once. And I think that you'll get to the next level. Like, I think that whether this is teaching or maybe sharing a project, or you are trying to fix something in your workplace, some sort of task that you need to complete in order to fix something. Because it does feel like there's a lot of stress in this environment, perhaps for some of you, for some Pisces. So if you're a coworker watching this for a Pisces that you work with, this could be an opportunity to either lean back and let them do their thing, or to remind them, hey, you're doing everything you can. Let's pull back a little bit and just look at the basics of things. The solution is a lot easier than we think. So this allows us to, and that's why I like these readings, because it allows us to take a look at what's going on for them and then assist them, right? Which is why we are watching in the first place. We're watching so that we can assist or understand them better. So, yeah, they will be successful. Pisces will be successful. There just doesn't seem to be an end to the means here as far as the frustration goes. This King of Cups causing a lot of emotion for Pisces, and this could be, and we've got it right on top of the fly, so this could be the person that's dealing with addictions, dealing with mental health issues, that kind of thing. Yeah, it just recognizing that they're not going to change. It seems to be a big energy here. So, there just seems to be a mourning or a healing from that. But overall, Pisces will be understanding that they'll be able to celebrate and move on. 6 of Cups, childhood, 10 of Cups, healing a lot of things from the past, which is really beautiful. So Pisces could be going through a heavy season here in the next couple of weeks, but it does end up with abundance and prosperity and healing and love and all of these things, because it's like, now that I feel like that there's this safe place here that they're at, now that there's this safe place, they're accessing the things in their mind or accessing their problems or even past traumas. So there seems to be this is kind of a lot for a weekly reading, but nonetheless, this does feel like positivity toward the future here, planning, trusting people, to get to the next phase of life, starting from the basics. So, I mean, again, someone might be starting over, right? Someone might be, maybe going through a divorce or separation, might be going through something big in their life, big life changes, and starting again. And it does feel nice because it feels like that this person, even if I might have been a caretaker for them, I feel like this now becomes a thought as opposed to a physical duty. So they could be separating themselves now from these people, which could be, for some of you, if you are Pisces or know a Pisces, you might be divorcing a Pisces. You might be the Pisces that is divorcing or separating, getting away from the person with the addiction is going to be important in their life in the coming weeks. So that's going to be big. But the overall aspect there is that whether it's addiction or not, the negativity around them, they're not putting up with anymore. And they're not going to be, the advice for Pisces is to pull away and observe the situation so that you can heal from it. So as opposed to reliving the drama, the trauma, the pain, the suffering, the anger, the resentment, the, whatever that is for you or for Pisces, you're being called to find peace and then observe the issues at hand as opposed to reliving it, because there's too much pain already caused. And then even if we're to look, and be a little bit, to look at some self-reflection, if we wanted to see that, ill health or depression, this could cause, maybe some are suffering with PTSD, maybe some are suffering with mental health issues because of the situation they've left. So there's a lot going on there. So check in on your Pisces friends if, you know that they've been having a hard time. This person does seem to suffer in silence. So, maybe they just aren't, very vocal about it. So you might witness, or even if you're a Pisces yourself, you might witness pulling away more. And then a hyper focus on things that are good, like really making sure that you're making friends and bringing in new plans for yourself in a gentle way, because again, we're not reinventing the wheel here, but we're getting what we need. And that's going to be really important for Pisces, is to put yourself first and get what you need. I like that. Let's continue, because that's not going to be for everyone, right? But we have the 3 of Pentacles, 8 of Cups, 6 of Pentacles reverse. In the workplace, some of you might be searching. Pisces might be, and this is again outside of that energy. Now I'm kind of trying to take a pivot to get more of a, because we're dealing with many Pisces lovelies tuning in, right? So, looking at work here, some of you might be searching for something else. And I just feel like it's because you're not earning what you, thought you would. Some of you here in the last 3 months have been working towards a promotion that you are now realizing isn't coming. And this promotion or this upgrade, or maybe you even thought, like, say it wasn't, for some of you, some of you, this was a promise that wasn't kept as far as employer. So employer said, well, if you keep doing all these amazing things, like 3 months, we'll do an evaluation, and 6 months in, you're going to be doing so well. We're going to look at getting a promotion at that point. And then it was like, you were maybe passed up for it, or didn't qualify for it. Or they said, well, we'll get you the training, but then the training never came. Or like, they're just whatever. Like, I just feel like you're not getting what you want out of the situation, and it's making it difficult for you to learn, and perhaps and difficult for you to advance. So you could be searching for something else. Now, I don't feel like you're changing your career. I don't feel like you're changing your knowledge per se. I feel like you are taking what you've learned and then going off and working for someone else in the same field. Some of you might be self-employment, but I'm actually feeling this is an opportunity to get experience, okay? That's going to be important too. So maybe some of you, this could be that if you've been trying the self-employment route, doing something new, you might need to go back into the workforce to get some more experience, maybe some more insider tips, or some more client base or something like that, like to improve. And I'm even hearing like for hairdressers or something like that. Like that kind of a thing, because I do feel like self-contract is possible, but I think that right now, whatever this transition was, it was a little harder than expected, or maybe you learned, right? So this is another option here too, is what I'm seeing, and maybe this ties in a little bit more to this person here too in the beginning. So say it was hairdressing or something like that, where you started, you got your trade, and then you worked for people, and then you started a salon by yourself, or you became a contractor yourself, you ran it in your home while you had kids, whatever your career was, and then whatever your situation was, we pulled away, did it for ourselves. I do see you kind of going back to the workforce. So maybe it's because you are downsizing a home. Maybe it's been harder to get clients. Maybe you want to release the pressure of always trying to find clients for yourself. You want to just go back to work and just always have that chair full, right? Just so that you have some stability. Certainly, if you're leaving a situation, if you've left a situation, or you're preparing to leave a situation, you want to maybe feel a little more financially stable. So I could see some of you here going back into the public workforce as opposed to working for yourself, just to get some extra money, cash, training, things like that, some hours behind you, right? I could even see this for counselors as well. So even if you are working towards your hours as a therapist, counselor, so that you could say direct bill now, or whatever you're going to do, it might be faster for you to go and work for someone else, or work under someone else to learn more, get the training, get the client base, and then come back and work for yourself. So it just feels like a bit of a detour, is how I feel like some Pisces might find that frustrating. But I think the reality of that is it's actually going to get you further ahead. It's kind of like I'm seeing my bow being pulled back, right? And so when you pull that bow back, and that arrow comes back with you, and then you release it, then the arrow shoots forward, at such a great distance and speed. And I think that's what you're going to do. So this is not a setback. This is a preparation and a strength. This is everything that you need to do so that you can advance. So don't see it as a setback. Certainly if you're closing your doors to your own business and going to work for someone else, that could feel egotistical or shameful, or like you might be hitting the ego a little bit by that. But it isn't. Like, you're still very much on top, is what I'm hearing, Pisces. No one's going to think twice about it. And if they do, then they're arrogant. Let's see them open up their own shop. Like, fuck them, right? Like, let's see them do it, because they aren't, right? And they won't, because they can't. So, yeah, it does feel really empowering. Bit of a pivot. But regardless of what's going on here, and regardless what you're leaving or you're gaining, like there's just so many gains here for Pisces as well. Whatever it is that's going on behind the scenes for you, you've got a plan. You're going to be okay. You got many opportunities to fix it, right? Like you might be closing your doors, but you have other options, and you have multiple options. So you're not going to be left in the dark. You're not going to be, take care of your bills and shit first. Like, don't let your pride get in the way. Like, if you got to go and close your doors, or even temporary do that so you can go work for someone else, do it now. Start now, before it's too late. Don't let yourself suffer. Certainly if you have children involved, Don't let yourself struggle financially to try to make it work or push one more month or 60 more days from the same situation. No, because you're going to be. Because the universe is pushing you forward, right? There's going to be more tension. Think of that bow, right? There's going to be more tension right now, and it's going to be pulling back a little bit. There's a reason for that. And then you got to go back. And we saw that initially too with that quill, right? Like we saw it going back to the basics. So it's going to be a reset, and it's needed. And it's going to be really good, really positive for you. So there it is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising for the week of the 17th to the 23rd. All right, so if you resonated with this reading here, whether you were watching for a Pisces or you are a Pisces, pop it in the comments below. Where are you at on your journey? Did this resonate? How are you liking the readings? This is a new channel. So how are you liking these spilling the tea and looking in depth into these signs? I would love to know. Share along below. Make sure that you hit subscribe. Hit the alert button so that you don't miss out when new videos come out. We'll be having our April videos released soon for the coming month. So I am very excited to see this channel grow and then start getting into the member stuff. Because once I get more of the criteria filled, because it's a new channel, then we can do more cool shit. So I'm looking forward to it. All right, Pisces, thank you so much for tuning in. Take care and many blessings.